Good afternoon or morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to add an add-on to your Google Documents so that you can run a grammar check on your essays to improve that for publishing on your writing portfolio. And then I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot using your Chromebook, hopefully, as well. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go to uh, Google and you're going to select your drive, and hopefully this will load quickly. There we go. And then locate your I Believe essay. And we're going to open up the I Believe essay so that we can go into Google Documents and add an add-on that you will use to check your grammar and update and fix any kind of errors that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and open up, I'm in a student account, the essay. And of course, it's going to take a moment here. And up here at the top, you're going to see that on the file bar here, I've got File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, and Add-ons. So I'm going to click on Add-ons because this is going to be a tool that we're actually going to be adding directly into Google Documents. So when it comes up, you might notice that there's probably not a whole lot of things. Jaden's got Easy Bib Creator on here, probably as something he added from a different teacher. But we're going to go down here to Get Add-ons. And then it's going to take us to the store where we can go and add different tools through Google Documents. So the one we're going to be adding is called ProWritingAid Beta. So beta just means that it's in its early form. So don't worry about that part. We're going to click on ProWritingAid Beta, and then we're going to select Install. And then you're going to have to give it all of the permissions. So you're going to click Continue. You're going to give it permission to access your Google Documents and add it onto the actual documents in the Google Suite. It's going to have access to reading your Google stuff, everything that you need in order for it to work. So, of course, it's taking its sweet time to go through everything for us. All right. Make sure you hit Allow. All right. And once it's done, it'll give us a little message saying that it's finished installing. And then we'll be able to actually go in and use the add-on. All right. So now that we're done, we're going to click on Done. We're going to close this window. And now I'm going to show you how to run the report. So you'll notice everything still looks pretty much exactly the same. You're going to go up here back to the where it says add-ons. And this time you'll see that ProWritingAid is now listed under Easy Bib. So you're going to go to ProWritingAid. And the first thing we're going to do is click on Summary Report. And this is going to tell us what kind of errors and issues there might be with the essay. We're going to save this report by doing copy and paste into another document. So as long as that works for him, we'll do that. If it doesn't work, then we definitely have to take a screenshot. So we're going to wait for the little dots to stop bouncing. All right, once it stops bouncing around, you'll see that we get a nice little report here that shows us everything in a score format. So what we're aiming for here is that you guys should be in the 80s to 90s for your overall score. So this is going to tell us a bunch of different errors, and I'll show you how to go through and fix them. But for right now, we're going to copy this as our documentation that we ran the report by highlighting everything. And then we're going to hold down the Control and the C buttons to copy. And we're going to open up another document from my drive. We're going to go in to his writing portfolio because that's going to be the easiest way to make sure it stays in the writing portfolio is by creating it in that folder. And we're going to label this, I Believe, Grammar, so that we can have that document separate. So I'm going to go to the new button. I'm going to select Google Document, and I'm going to click on Create and Share, because anything that I create in this folder should have the same sharing permissions as the other items in that folder. And then I'm just going to hit Control V to paste in my report. Of course, it's going to take its time. I think I froze it. All right, so once it's finished, you're going to see that the overall document is like 24 pages long, and that's okay because everything's like listed off in these columns. You're going to change it from untitled document to I believe grammar check. That way you will be able to find it when you need it. All right. Now, the final step here is going to be to actually start fixing things. So you're going to go back to your add-ons. You're going to select ProWritingAid. Then you're going to say Improve Document. All right. All right. Once it's done running the report, you're going to get something that looks Guys. All right, you're going to get something that looks like this. When you see the underlined things, those are things that you're going to want to look at and see if there are things that you want to fix. Some of the things, like, for example, proper names may not be something you want to fix. So you're just going to take your cursor and hover over it. It's going to give you some options as to what you want to do. So, for example, Japanese should be capitalized, spelled correctly. Those are things that it wants you to do. When it talks about passive verbs, you can click on the little I here for more information, and it will explain to you what that means and how to fix it to give you some ideas. But what we are looking for is that you are going through and at least editing everything that's underlined, or considering what's underlined here. So when you're done, you can then rerun your report. So you see I made 2 edits. We're going to rerun the report by going to add-ons and then summary report. And we're going to take a screenshot by holding down the Control Alt and then the middle button that looks like a square with 2 lines next to it at the same time. And that will give us a little screenshot tool. All right. So the reason I would like you to rerun the report when you're done is to take a look at what your new overall score is. So you're going to take that screenshot again by holding down Control Alt and then the square with 2 lines next to it, and you'll get little crosshairs here that I can now use to highlight a portion of my screen. I'm going to say copy to clipboard, and then in my grammar report, I'm going to paste that down at the end. So you saw mine started out at a 43 or ended at a 43 because I only fixed like 2 things, as the same thing it started out at. So probably need to go back and make a few more edits. If you have any questions, make sure you ask.